Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 20th of 2020, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, you name it, and exactly what's in store for the future of the franchise on Disney+. Now, this is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about the future of the universe is that we have, of course, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and George Lucas working together as a team to really deliver as much authentic Star Wars material as possible moving forward. That's exactly what they are aiming to do. They want to bring back a ton of Star Wars Legends material, as well as a lot of original content that we have yet to see, either on the big screen or in the current Star Wars lore, be it books, comics, and novels. Now, given that, of course, they are already working on over a dozen Star Wars projects in the mix for Disney+, which really is a big deal. That's just for TV shows alone, be it live action or animated material. They are also focusing on their key characters. They are big-time characters that a lot of fans have known and loved ever since the very beginning. Now, with that being said, of course, obviously with Luke Skywalker's introduction in The Mandalorian Season 2's finale was by far the biggest surprise for a lot of fans around the world. The bigger surprise is what Jon Favreau has in store for the character of Luke Skywalker in future Mandalorian seasons. Now, specifically on top of all of this, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is now over, Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their other projects coming to Disney+, such as the Book of Boba, Mando Season 3 and 4, as well as the Ahsoka Tano series, to name just a few. However, it's described that George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni are resetting Luke Skywalker's history within the Disney canon. The major plan is that Lucasfilm is bringing in Mara Jade in the form of live action for The Mandalorian Season 4 to serve as the love interest of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. Now, the first step to fixing Luke was by giving him a much-deserved action scene in Season 2, and that now Lucasfilm is aiming to succeed in Luke Skywalker having a relationship in the new Star Wars universe by applying Mara Jade into the Star Wars universe. Now, it's described that Lucasfilm is looking at a handful of actresses right now to portray Mara Jade in the new Disney Plus projects, starting off with Mando Season 4, that will eventually branch into a young Luke Skywalker TV series for Disney Plus and more. George Lucas is described to be the person who initiated this idea to ensure that Luke stays true to how he was in Star Wars Legends by Lucasfilm before they were taken over by Disney. Now, let's stop right here for a second, because this is a very important piece of the future of Star Wars, given that they are already trying to establish this love interest of Luke, Mara Jade, into the form of live action. This is already answering the fact that Lucasfilm really is delivering what the fans want to see. They truly are listening to the fans and providing exactly what they want to see in TV shows or movies moving forward. Now, given that, alright, Luke and Mara Jade were a very interesting duo, serving as the parents of Ben Skywalker in the old EU. Now we're seeing a scenario where everything is beginning to move ahead, where Luke not only got the action that he deserved in Season 2's finale, but he is eventually going to actually have a love interest and or a wife in future Mandalorian seasons, and eventually a young Luke Skywalker TV series, as we discussed a couple of days and weeks ago. However, it doesn't end there. What's really interesting about all of this is that George Lucas was really behind a large chunk of this major decision to actually have Luke and Mara Jade become a thing in this new Star Wars universe that is essentially going to reset Luke Skywalker's past, right? His past life. Before The Mandalorian came into play, many fans knew literally nothing, pretty much for the most part, about Luke Skywalker's life before the events of the sequel trilogy. That was all a mystery until The Mandalorian came around. That is now setting everything up. Already we have now been learning that they are creating stories between Luke and Grogu for Mando Season 3 and 4, as well as a confrontation between Luke and Boba Fett in, of course, the new Book of Boba Fett miniseries that's going to debut in December of next year, so keep your eyes open for that. Now, this is a very important thing as well, is that given that we saw what Rian Johnson did to Luke as a character in The Last Jedi, obviously a lot of fans have been very fed up with how Luke was treated in the sequel trilogy. Now we have Jon Favreau proving that this is exactly how Luke should have been treated from the very beginning. It just works. You know, it wasn't really asking for much. I mean, look at what 2 minutes of Luke Skywalker action really did to the entire Star Wars fandom. It's as if everybody just reunited and the divide is slowly fading. That's at least what it seems like, right? So, I think that we still are on the road to success here with Star Wars, you know, given that Kathleen Kennedy has little to no creative power over a majority of the projects. She only has a lot of control over Star Wars The Acolyte, which is the Leslie Headland series. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.